welcome back to the most triggering show on healing. My name is Anna, and today I have a really, really wonderful and special guest with me, Tina, who is one of our intermediate students for True Healing. Tina, welcome to the show. I'm so excited that you're here.
Thank you so much for having me, Anna. I am happy to be here.
Yay. Yeah, I would love to talk to you about your healing journey and probably a lot of potential students and people who follow the process of true healing would be very interested in learning more about how you've been experiencing the healing and the journey. I would love to hear how did you when did you decide that you needed healing and wanted healing? Let's start there.
Yeah, gosh, I feel like I've been looking for healing for a couple of years now. So maybe let's say the last 3 years or so. And I have been looking everywhere. I
Mhm.
feel like I have tried it all.
Literally tried it
Yeah,
all.
yeah. I've done, meditations. I had done reiki training. I had done all these things, but there was always something missing. And I think the thing that it was, the biggest thing for me was that you always had to keep doing it.
Yes.
And that's with meditation, particularly if you didn't do it, you didn't get any relief.
Yep.
And like, even when you finish doing it, you'd be like, okay, so like for that half hour that I managed to sit down, like that was nice. I didn't have, racing thoughts. And now back to the real world. And it's like nothing happened.
Yep.
So I kind of felt like, why doesn't it work for me? Like, why doesn't anyone else complain about this? Like, does everyone else just like do this and then experience bliss for the next 24 hours and there's something wrong with me? That like I don't get that lasting result.
Yep.
So yeah, I was like, okay, that's not working. And then I went to do Reiki. I did some Reiki training. I think I did like the first level. I did the second level. And again, same thing. Like it was like, yeah, good in the moment when you're doing it. But afterwards, you didn't see the benefits like in your everyday life. And they went ongoing. So yeah, I think I
Mm.
was trawling through Twitter and I came across one of your posts. I think it was about meditation.
Oh, so
And
many of those.
yeah, you were bagging it, talking about like it doesn't heal. And I was like, wait, no, like, yes. And I think I went like down like your Twitter page and I was like looking through, and I may have done like a search that said meditation. And I looked through like all the tweets that said meditation and I was reading, and I was like, yeah, that's what I think too.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep watching her. Um, and I think I was like maybe like checking you out on Twitter for about 4 or 5 months.
Wow.
Um, and then I was like, okay, I like everything that she says because it just makes sense. Um, and then I signed up, or like,
Mhm.
yes, submitted my application rather, to
Uh-huh.
be considered and
Yeah.
crossed my fingers, hoping that I would hear from you. And I was so delighted when I did.
Yeah, I knew right away that you'd be a great fit. We didn't even do an interview. I
No,
said,
we didn't. I
here's
remember
the
thinking, oh,
link.
no, no, just start. I want to
Yes.
start.
Yes. Let me ask you
Yeah.
something. When you were doing Reiki,
Hmm.
did you feel like the symptoms went away and then maybe they relocated to another part of your body, for example?
When I was doing Reiki, like there was like I guess like a sensation
Uh-huh.
that I felt whilst doing it, which I could describe as a favorable sensation.
Hmm.
Um, and of course there was like in the moment, like you weren't thinking about anything because they had you meditating on like images or something.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it was like there weren't, I guess, like any symptoms rather that I felt relocating. It was just like a temporary bliss, if I can describe it as.
Hmm.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
If
Mm.
you had to guess, where do you think that energy is coming from, that bliss or
Mm.
whatever. Like, did
Wow.
you feel like it was you were tapping into something, or was it coming from you?
There
And
was
there's no
something
wrong
in
answer.
me. I feel like there was something in me
Okay.
um that like connected to something else.
Okay.
Um yeah, there was something that was awakened, I guess.
Yeah.
Um but
Like
I
when
felt
you
like it
got the
was
attunement or something.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you got the attunement, you definitely felt that.
Hmm.
Um but yeah, it seemed like you connected to something else.
Okay.
Mm. Yeah.
Have
Mm.
you, do you feel like that still plays a role when you heal yourself now using the true healing technique? Do you
Um,
bring that back in, or
n-
probably
no,
not,
not
right?
really.
Yeah.
No,
It's
it
a
doesn't.
totally different technique.
No,
Yeah.
it's totally different.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
yeah. Um, and also because like with true healing, as you say, like the results are permanent. So
Yes.
there's like a clear, distinction between like something that you have to do or like a temporary kind of relief
Yeah.
compared to true healing, which is like ongoing.
Right.
Um,
Right.
so yeah, it's night and day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you
Mm.
say, besides the uh because like with all the other techniques, we do have to repeat every day. And then as soon as you're done, and I say this all the time on Twitter, as soon as you're done,
Yeah.
you get up, you go back to the same place as you were before,
Yeah.
as if nothing happened.
Yes.
But for some reason, that is, I don't know if it's the marketing or people just have it drilled maybe in their heads that that is normal. I'm not
Yeah.
sure where it went wrong, and I all I know to do is to complain about it, but I don't know how to fix it.
But your complaining is effective because it got my attention, and I'm sure it's going to get a lot of people's attention if it hasn't already. But
Yes, yeah,
yeah, I think you are right about like there could be like an element of like because it's everything is monetized now that people want
true.
to keep people coming back.
Right, right.
So I'm not sure even if they discovered true healing, if they would teach it, because it
True,
might not
yeah.
be beneficial to them to not have lifelong clients.
Yeah, you definitely have to let go of pretty much everything to do true
Yeah,
healing. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Would you say that besides the not having to repeat the healing again, what other ways do you feel like your life is different since you started healing this way?
Yeah. I think like the biggest thing for me has been like the end of endless rumination, like always
Wonderful.
having something like on your mind,
Yeah.
um, you know, living both in the future and in the past, like thinking about things constantly.
Right.
Um, and it's such a relief, like you don't even realize how much of your mental capacity you're using until you don't have that noise going on in your head
Yes.
where you can just like, get up if you want to do something, you want to do it. You don't think about things that happened 10 days ago, 10 years ago. You
Yes.
know, you're just dealing with whatever's coming up in the moment and going on. So I think just like there's like a peace, um,
Yeah.
which you can't really synthesize. Like it's real, you know.
Yes. Yes.
And for me, like that was probably like the biggest thing. I think I mentioned to you before that one day I just noticed I was like, wait, I don't have like this like internal like chatter anymore. Like
Yeah.
it's just quiet.
Yeah.
Which gosh, if you have no idea, if you are on the other side of this, you haven't done healing, you don't understand how freeing that is.
Yes.
Um, it's such a delight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
It's like you've been listening to a really loud radio your
Oh,
whole life, and then you just turn it off. It's like it's so
bad radio,
peaceful.
terrible songs.
And then the common solution,
Yeah.
yes, is bad music. And the common solution is people just say, well, you just have to go back to the present moment. You just have to
Yeah.
let it go. Just be present. Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
Uh,
doesn't work.
and when you say that, it makes me think of like, another like big thing that I saw is like the end of like making myself feel things or like manipulating myself to be joyful.
Oh, right.
Um,
Yes.
or like psyching myself up, before I do something that like I may not have been interested in doing.
Yeah.
Like I don't have to like I don't choose anymore. Like I don't
Yeah.
choose, to be happy. I am, you
Yes.
know.
Yes.
So like yeah, the end of that kind of and it feels like manipulation. It feels like you're kind of contorting yourself into
Exactly.
being something that like you genuinely deep down are not feeling whatever it is, whether it's
Yep.
grateful,
That's
you
my
know,
favorite one.
happy, yeah. Whatever it is that like, you usually psych yourself up to feel like
Yeah.
that is gone.
Hmm.
And yeah, it's just it's a gosh.
Yes.
You can't imagine it. If you haven't done the healing, like this sounds like, oh my God, what are you talking about? But it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, just easy.
Yeah. Gratitude. The gratitude one is my favorite to, let's just say, complain about.
Hmm.
Because it's like the most resentful attitude is the one
Yeah,
doing the gratitude practice.
yeah,
And it's like I'm gonna, damn it, I'm gonna be grateful for this
yeah,
crap that I don't want.
yeah.
But the intent is, if I'm
Hmm.
grateful, then the universe is gonna give me more. So it's like the
Ah,
Santa Claus type of
yeah,
approach. Be
yeah.
good, um, and don't be on the naughty whatever that song is, that the
Yeah.
Santa song. But
Uh,
it's so true that it just speaks exactly to the mindset that we have, even though it's just a Christmas carol song, or that we don't really think much of, but it's all there in the lyrics. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like living life as a performance, really. Like
Yes.
you're performing and being good so that you
Yeah.
get rewards. But like who's watching? Um
Yeah. And doesn't it feel very simple now that you don't have to make yourself happy, you don't have to make yourself positive, and then you don't have
yeah,
to the noise in your head. It's just,
yeah,
we just become so uncomplicated.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think if what I found is like I find it really easy to do things that like well, if I want to do it, I just get it done.
Yes.
Whereas in the past, like I might come up with like,
You get snagged
I think I
by,
would complicate it, because like I would have like so many reasons why, oh, don't do this in case this and this and this and this. And now it's like, whether it could be something as simple as like, wanting to go away on vacation. Like I'm just,
mhm,
it's just booked, it's done, I'm on my way, you know. I
yeah,
don't have like these big mental episodes or, whiteboarding, never ending pros and cons.
whiteboarding. Oh, you mean like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
mind mapping stuff?
Yeah, yeah. You're
Yeah.
like, these are the reasons I should do it. These are the reasons
Pros and
not. And the list
cons.
never ends. Yeah.
Mm,
So yeah, the pros and cons list, like that's just like gone. There's just the clarity there.
yes.
And I think, yeah, it just shows how much of our energy is wasted um
Yes.
by not healing.
Yes.
Yeah, it just churns so much energy.
Yes. Could you give us a little bit of a what healing like is like for you typically? Like do you do it every day or every other day? Like what does that look like in order for you to get to where you are now?
Yeah, I think like I came in really gung-ho where when I started healing because I was like um if I get to the stage where Anna decides she's going to work with me, like I'm going to take this seriously and I'm I'm going to make
Yeah.
sure I prioritize it. So um I actually had like I would do it like every day when I
Hmm.
started. And
Hmm.
I would do like morning and evening. So when I'd wake up
Nice.
in the morning before I got out of bed, I would do some healing.
Yeah.
And when I would go to bed in the evening, I would do some healing. Typically, I'd do two. Sometimes I might do like an additional session after work. So just after
Nice.
5 p.m., I might do another one.
Yeah.
Um, but I guess like what I was trying to do was to make it like like just another activity, like
Hmm.
cleaning, like turning down your house for the night, you know?
Yes, yes.
Um, like, yeah, so that it just becomes routine. Because I think when I started, I was like, whoa, I was kind of like amazed, uh,
Yeah,
like by the results.
yeah,
And I was like, okay, we need to keep this like, exactly as it is. It's just cleaning, as you
yes,
say.
yes,
You're just cleaning. So like, how do you clean? You have like a process, you do it every day.
yeah.
So yeah, I did healing every day. And what I would do was typically I would like pick whatever I wanted to work on.
Hmm.
And then I'd go through the healing and I would like record, um, how it
Oh,
felt or like any concerns
yeah.
that I had or anything that I thought, I wanted to like troubleshoot with you.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, like I would note that as well. So yeah, I've got like a dossier now of like, I guess, things
I
that
love
like I
that.
worked on
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
past.
Yes,
Um, which is interesting to look back at because I'm like, I don't even really remember what some of this was about.
exactly. It's all a
Yeah,
blur. After a while, it's like, huh? I didn't know I used
yeah,
to fear, I
yeah.
don't know, whatever. Yeah, it will feel
Whereas,
so foreign and like,
yeah,
did this happen in a past life or was it last week? Because I can't
yeah,
tell.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Um, and it's interesting you talk about time because that's one thing that is quite interesting about healing as well. Like you can feel like you have been you know, healing for a while and you realize, oh, it's only been a few minutes. So
Yes, yes, yes.
uh, and sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, it's been 2 hours.
Yeah,
How have I
yeah.
been sitting here that long? So the concept of time is always really interesting. Um,
So
so
much
when you,
happens within the span of a few minutes.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
5 minutes is a long time
Oh
for
yeah,
true healing. Yeah. It's
yeah,
like it's
yeah.
unbelievable how many shifts can happen and the levels of
Mhm.
consciousness shifting, stuff
Yeah,
just falling away.
yeah.
Yeah. How much healing did you do before you had your first realization like, whoa, I distinctly feel different?
So I think like in the first session that I did with you, we kind of worked on something together.
Yes.
And like immediately having done that, like it felt like, whoa, okay, that was something that like had changed. But I think like the work that I did myself, it probably took like, I think I did like maybe 2 to 3 weeks of like everyday healing, like doing it like, two, three
Yeah.
times a day.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm starting to see things change. But it was like maybe like a week or two after that, where everything
Mm.
like one go, it was like I could really, really see that like I had done like a lot of work, which
Yes.
it didn't feel like it. Prior to that, it felt
Mhm.
like, okay, I'm sort of working through, and then there was just
Yeah.
like a big change.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, I guess there was kind of like a catch up.
Hmm.
Uh,
Hmm.
I feel
Yes.
like it was just everything all at once. Um,
Yes.
Huge change. So yeah, probably
Yes.
about like, yeah, I'd say so that's like about 3, 4 weeks, is when I saw huge, like, yeah,
That's
um,
awesome.
changes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because the healing goes so deep that it does take
Mm,
a while for us to realize it on the day-to-day level. And then
yeah.
often it comes in as a on like off out of the blue realization, like, oh yeah, I don't feel the same. I don't get triggered
Yeah.
now. Weird. I don't even remember working on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like that. Yeah.
And then you're also kind of like, wait, did that happen? You know,
Right. Yes. Do
you're
you
kind of like,
feel, yeah, speaking of which, do you feel like
yeah.
some of the events from the past, it starts to feel so fuzzy that it almost never happened?
Yeah.
Mm,
I think like I forget like which I guess is one of the big things about healing is that you you can like because I've listed stuff down, I can look at something and say, oh, I used to be scared of a spider.
yeah.
But like what I don't remember is like that feeling,
Yes.
like the feeling of the fear.
Yeah.
Um, And I think that's the thing that like is really profound about your healing technique. Because whatever issue it is that like, you choose to heal,
Hmm.
that like constitutional stirring of emotions that like you used to have when you thought about whatever the issue was
Yeah.
will disappear completely. It will be gone.
Yeah.
So yeah, I, I do think like you might remember what it was if you wrote it down. If you didn't write it down, I think you might even forget
Yes.
what it was.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, all those feelings that you had about it, gone.
Yes. Permanently
Yeah,
too. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That's why I tell people if you want to write a self-help book, you better do it before healing because you won't remember that pain. It will feel just like an adjective, like
Yeah,
painful. Oh yeah, okay, that's a word.
yeah,
I have no
yeah,
idea what that means.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say something. It left my mind as soon as I thought of it. Um and also I know we talked about this before we started the video, but at any point if you feel like you want to jump onto another topic or do something else that we discussed, we can
Mm,
do that anytime.
okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Let me ask you, do you feel
Yeah.
different in your day-to-day interactions with people?
Yeah. I feel like interactions are so simple.
Hmm.
Um, I think like in the past, like I would get really caught up in like the psychology of things.
Uh-huh.
And like I guess like discussing the pain behind things that like people were going through.
Oh
Whether it
yes.
was like things that I was going through or someone was, telling me about like what they're going through, like that would be the substance of a lot of conversations.
Yep.
Whereas like now I find like it's just like that isn't an attractive way to relate to people to me. Like I find it
That's a good way to put
um
it. Yes.
yeah, it's like why that's not a good use of anyone's time, especially because you could just heal this. Um
Quickly.
and like yeah,
Yeah.
and like not have to deal with it. So
Yeah.
yeah. I think like yeah, that's probably one big change that I've seen in relating to others. Yeah.
Have you don't have to answer me, but
Yeah.
any friendships that cannot hold together anymore because you don't find those conversations productive anymore?
Yes.
Mm.
I did have one. And I think it's because the person has like a deep interest in like spirituality,
Mm.
um, and um things of that nature. The moon, the stars, things influencing
Right,
us, like
right.
that became like really
Yes.
difficult.
Ah, I see.
Uh, yeah, that became really challenging. So
Mm.
yeah, that has fallen away, but I think it's for the best.
Were you into that before the healing?
Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, before healing for sure. I think like everything to do with spirituality, I have like explored or like got like a baseline understanding of like, how does that influence me? So
Yeah.
like, things around like astrology,
Hmm.
into the 12 houses, different areas of your life, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, it was stuff that like interested me, movements of the moon, what's
Uh-huh.
happening,
Right, right.
all of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, again, I guess you see like with true healing that you're in control of your life.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
and if you do heal, I guess that's one thing that you get. I don't know if um the impacts of the planets and whatever is on, that's something that people who don't go through healing have to deal with. And maybe that's one of the perks of
Possibly.
healing that, you don't have to contend with that on a day-to-day basis. Who knows? Um, but yeah, I think once you go through true healing, that just doesn't make sense to you anymore. And
Correct.
your technique, I think the appeal of it to me is that like it's so logical.
Hmm.
And like, it's stuff that like you can validate yourself because you are your own like test subject.
Correct.
Um, and because like you have like that level of insight into like, is it working or how does it impact me? It's really difficult for like certain things to coexist anymore because like you
Correct.
just can't prove that, you
Yes.
know? So
Yes.
you end up like deferring to like what you can prove because like you've experienced it. Like, y- someone can't have an argument with you about like, is, this healing method, effective because you know it is. Whereas with other things, we're sort of like regurgitating what we've read.
Yeah.
Maybe it's what other people wrote, and it's not necessarily, well, it's not possible for us to test it. Like, how do
Correct.
I test whether the moon is influencing me today? There's no way
Correct.
to empirically test that.
Yeah.
So I think that's why, yeah, it becomes really difficult to continue having those conversations because they don't make sense to you.
Right.
Um,
Right.
and I think I've shared with you, like I've had like friends send me like quotes,
Oh, yeah. Right.
or like little sayings, and I've started doing the honor thing where like I'll take out my red
The
marker
red
and
line.
delete that word, delete that word, and send it back
Yes.
to them, and it will start a conversation. But yeah, yeah, I think the logic behind your method just makes it, yeah,
Yeah.
really difficult for a lot of things to continue.
You said it so well. It's it's interesting because when people have their spiritual awakening, they
Mm,
will tell us that they have exited the matrix
right.
because they're awake now, but
Yeah.
that is the matrix. They're still in it. And it's difficult for people to let that go.
Yeah.
And it comes back to that existential pain that I always talk about because if the universe wasn't in control of your life and it was chaos, there's no
Yeah.
one masterminding, puppeteering the whole thing behind the scenes,
Yeah.
then it would it would fry a lot of people's brains, and but so that they'd rather believe that there is an orchestration, divine
Mm.
orchestration.
Yeah.
You have a
Of course.
destiny, and the universe is conspiring to make all your dreams come true. It's all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I was saying, I think it was yesterday, if the universe is constantly conspiring to make your dreams come true, then that literally says healing is meaningless.
True.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. Why would you do it? There'd be,
Yeah.
the universe has got everything sorted. Sit back.
Yes. And the other day I was saying it's like people are just waiting for their Amazon. You put in your order and you just sit
Yeah.
there and just wait to be served like you're in a restaurant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
as you were talking about destiny, it made me think about like, the obsession with like, what is my purpose? Like, what am I here to do? And like
Yes.
looking for like, some defining kind of reason to justify your own existence.
Hmm.
True healing will get rid of that too.
Did you
It
have
won't
one
be,
before? Yeah, yeah.
I don't think I had one. I think I was searching for one before.
Oh, okay.
And I feel like now I'm just kind of like,
Yeah.
maybe that's just to look around and see beautiful plants. I don't know. Um,
Exactly.
but
Yeah.
it's not like, some complicated big thing or,
Correct.
um, something that,
Grandiose.
yeah, absolutely. Like
Every now
life
and
is
then
good.
I see a profile that will say
Yeah.
their mission is to heal 1 million people or to coach 1 million people. And it's like, okay, then how about yourself? Have you started with yourself yet? It's that sort of thing. And I don't know if I
Yeah.
end up aggravating a lot of people by talking this way, but it's also everything I'm saying is just common sense.
Mm,
How do you change the world if without healing. It's mind-boggling.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
impossible.
Yeah.
Well, a million that's quite a target.
I know. Yeah.
Uh,
What would you say is the since we're on this topic, the
yeah.
biggest misinformation
Mm.
that is floating around uh, in the spiritual education? Um, what is the what is the most wrong thing that spirituality has got?
Mm. Okay, one of the ones that like I see that like I think I don't know why I'm seeing this more and more often is it's around people thinking that there's nothing wrong with them and everybody else has to change. Um,
Mm,
and
hmm.
like I think like I'm looking at this from like a relationship type of lens since that's a popular subject that like, people like to discuss online.
Yes.
Around how like they're like divine and they're a goddess and
Yeah. Yes.
and a man has to do this and a man has to do this.
Do better.
Yeah, he has to do better and
Caps.
he has to
Exclamation
make
point.
me soft or
Oh, right, right. Yes, there's so many of that.
yeah, there's like so many like targets for other people. There's things for other people to do.
Yes.
And you're fine. There's nothing wrong with you. Um, so yeah, I think it's like outsourcing of like, you don't want to do the healing, but someone else should do healing
Correct.
um for your benefit. Um,
Oh,
and
that's a
also
really
that like everyone is draining you.
Oh,
Stay away
yes.
from these people. Uh,
Yes.
stay away from the low vibration people. Um, they're
Yes.
draining you, and you hang out with the high vibe people.
So you can drain them.
So you can drain them. Yeah. So it's this whole idea of like, there's nothing for you to do. You're fine. You're perfect. It's everyone else
Yes.
that has something to do, which I think, yeah, it just you don't take responsibility for your own healing because you're waiting for something out there to do something for you, and
Yes.
we'll be waiting a lifetime.
Yeah.
Um,
And
yeah.
also when they complain about other people draining them, there's also this, I don't know if it's self-importance or a self-belief that, oh,
Oh
my
yeah.
energy is like Jesus.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to
Yeah.
drain me. But I wrote about this on Substack, which when I think it was yesterday, where there was this meme I saw that said,
Yeah.
what does it say? Access to my energy is a privilege, I think it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I saw it when I was in a parking lot, and I banged out like two paragraphs on Twitter. I was like, no, wait a second. This is angry posting.
Yeah.
So I saved it and I extended it into a huge piece on Substack, uh,
Yeah.
where I was saying that no one who is healing is
Mm,
queuing to drain anybody else. Like, we don't want
yeah.
access to your energy. You keep
Yeah.
it. It's yours.
Yeah.
So all you have to choose from is a bunch of people who are not doing their healing. That's
Yeah.
the yeah, that's the, I don't know if it's poignant or just sad or what the word is.
Mm,
But it's like what people think of as a flex is not a flex in truth.
no,
Yeah.
it's not because
Yeah.
it's not real.
Correct. Yeah.
It's not real that you have divine energy or
Yes.
you know
Yeah.
you're probably a person needing healing just like whoever the other person that you're referring to as low vibration also maybe needs healing, which is
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
you have to get to the healing.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know that a lot of uh people have this experience of, oh, as soon as I raise my vibes or I'm spiritual now, so I'm losing friends left and right and all these people are dropping away. But I personally, I don't feel that at all. I'm still in touch with the majority of
Mm.
people that I have always been in touch with. Well, I can't say that. I mean, at least with relatives and things like that.
Yeah.
There's no elitism, it's like you don't
Mhm.
look at someone and be like, and you start measuring like who's higher, who's lower. But I feel that
Yeah.
I don't know if that happens with
Mhm.
others if they're not healing. They're just
Yeah.
constantly measuring and stacking each other up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walk around with the energy barometer, just
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah,
checking.
I know. Let me ask you this.
Hmm.
What is your goal with healing, if you have
Yeah.
one?
Um, I think like when I started it, like my goal was like immediate relief.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I've achieved that.
Awesome.
Um,
Wow.
yeah, I feel like I've already achieved that. So I feel like now I am really just enjoying the journey.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How sweet.
Yeah, I'm really just enjoying
Yeah.
the journey. Um, yeah.
That's
I don't
great.
know. I
Yeah.
don't know where it will lead or what I will get out.
Yes, yes,
Um, but I'm
yes.
like, it's working, it's effective. Let's keep going.
Mm-hmm,
Um,
mm-hmm.
that's me. Yeah.
Yeah, and that way you're embodying the true spirit of true healing because we don't have the goal. The goal
Yeah.
is comes from the part that needs healing, actually.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's
Yeah.
great. What do you want people to know about your experience?
Um, I think that, sometimes if you're online reading Anna's Twitter page, if that's how you came across her, or if you're listening to her podcast, you can like listen or read the material and think, okay, that sounds cool, but like that can't be real.
Mm,
Um, it's real.
yeah.
And I think I maybe was like in the same position as like if you've just come across the material you were before, where I was like, is this true? And I was like going through your Twitter page and like,
Yeah.
um, like trying to see like, was there anything that I didn't like? That's what I was looking for. I was
Uh-huh.
like, is there anything that's like wrong here?
Uh-huh.
Um, and I guess like once you get to that point, I think where, you're sure just go ahead and do it. So yeah, I think like I guess what I would like people to get from my experience is that it's achievable and it's fast.
Yeah.
Um, so, you know, um, yeah, if you're like thinking about it, or thinking about submitting an application, go ahead and do it. You won't regret it. Um, yeah, you won't regret it.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah,
Mm.
I have said several times on Twitter too that uh when people stay meditating and doing all the other stuff that doesn't work, it's because they have time to waste. There's so many people who don't have time, and I mean I've watched so many people
Yeah.
lost out on time, and then I say when it really matters, the healing really has to work. So uh but I know that not everybody's ready, so I'm not sure. It really
Yeah.
I guess it depends on how much a person's willing to be bold and just go into
Yeah.
it. Was that your mindset? Just go into it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think once I felt like I was sure, I was just like, I'm just gonna throw
Hmm.
everything at it.
Yeah.
And I think there's something else that like I think that you had said, which was um ideally you want to do healing when you don't need it.
Yes. Yes.
You don't want to do it when like, you are in a crisis.
Yes.
Um, and I think when I saw that, it also made me think, okay,
Yes.
I, I don't have the luxury of time.
Yeah.
Um, like, yeah. And I
It's
also
like
kind
with
of
your
felt like,
uh-huh.
yeah,
Go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I also kind of felt like I had tried so many things. So like I I was quite open to trying something different.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Um, so yeah. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, no, go
I
ahead.
was gonna say it's like taking care of your car. if we wait
Mhm.
and wait and wait and wait and wait, of course it's going to be a big deal if we wait.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So, do you want to end here or do you want to move on to the next part that we discussed? We could do whatever
I
you
think we could end here,
Okay.
only because like I can't think of anything for our next part. Nothing's come to me while we're
Okay.
talking. I thought it would, but it hasn't.
Well, if you think of something in the future,
Yeah.
we can
Yeah.
revisit that. No problem.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I'd love
Yeah.
to do that. All right.
Yeah.
No, I'm
And
gonna give it
for
some thought.
people who are watching, I um am offering to do little 15-minute healing sessions. I'm really testing out some of my new techniques because I'm always innovating. I always say that when we are truly healing, we're supposed to outgrow the healing technique. There will
Mm,
be a day when it will stop working because you're not the same person anymore and the energy structure is different. So we need a different tool. And
mm.
it's always exciting to create. And but thank you so much, Tina. This was an amazing insight into your healing journey. I really appreciate your sharing and for being so candid and open and being so kind and offering your time and generosity. I look forward to more unfoldment with you, and it will be great. It will be fun.
Thank you so much for having me. And I adore you.
Oh, thank you so
You're
much. I adore
so
you too.
you're so generous with your gifts and bringing so much relief to so many people. And I'm so grateful for you. And yeah, can't wait to see you soon.
Yeah, thank you so much. And for everybody watching, please don't forget to hit subscribe. Leave any questions you have for either me or Tina in the comments and hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I upload. And of course, if you want to learn true healing, go to my website and fill out an application. All right. Bye, everybody. Bye, Tina. Thank you. Bye
Bye.
bye.